In the vast expanse of the galaxy, where alien races coexisted and traded, there was one thing everyone knew with certainty. Humans were not to be underestimated. Throughout the stars, the sight of a human ship arriving in a system often caused panic, even if the humans themselves were still miles away. It wasn't because they were the most advanced species in terms of technology, or because their weapons were unmatched. It was because of something far more primal, their anger. Across the galaxy, there were many civilizations who had seen the rise and fall of empires, the ebb and flow of peace and war, but none of them had ever faced what would happen when humans were pushed too far. The Traxa, a race of calculating, logic-driven beings, had once decided to take advantage of Earth's relatively isolated position. They began a covert operation to steal human technology, believing it to be primitive and harmless. They thought that no one would ever notice or care. They were wrong. The first clue that the Traxa were in over their heads came when a Traxa scout ship was discovered in the debris fields of Earth's outer orbit. The ship was battered, its engines fried beyond repair, and its crew was missing. The Traxa assumed the humans were not aware of the theft until they received a transmission. The transmission was brief, but it was enough. A human voice, calm but laced with unrestrained fury, echoed across the Traxa communications network. It was a warning, and it was the last one they would ever get. The message simply read, "Return what you have stolen, or we will come." The Traxa, who had never experienced fear in the way other races did, were confused at first. The humans were not a powerful military force, nor were they particularly known for their galactic reach, but there was something in the tone of that message, something in the way it resonated, that caused a ripple of dread to spread among the Traxa leadership. Despite their advanced technology, they had never faced a species like humanity. The Traxa may have been capable of traveling across the stars with ease, but they had no understanding of the raw, untamed emotion that humans could bring to bear when provoked. In the days that followed, the Traxa fleet went silent. It wasn't long before other species began to notice the sudden shift in behavior. The once proud Traxa, known for their calculated precision, had become paranoid, acting as though they were being hunted. The galactic trading hubs, where alien races usually gathered in peace, buzzed with whispers. Some spoke of a growing human fleet, others claimed that the humans had already begun to assemble at the edges of known space. But none dared approach Earth. Then came the day of reckoning. A single human warship entered the Traxa home system, followed by a fleet of ships, each one faster and deadlier than the next. The humans had been quiet until then, but now they were on the move. The Traxa, who had been busy fortifying their defenses, now found themselves unable to hide. The fleet was vast, but it was not the number of ships that caused the Traxa to tremble. It was the look in the eyes of the humans on board their ships. The rage in those eyes was something the galaxy had never seen. The Traxa had thought their weapons were unmatched. They had relied on technology to protect them, and their fleets were a symbol of their power. But when the humans arrived, they did not fire a single shot at first. Instead, they sent one final transmission. "This is your last warning. Return what you have stolen, or we will make you regret it." The Traxa leaders, who had once seen themselves as the supreme beings of the galaxy, panicked. They attempted to communicate, to negotiate, but there was no time. The humans had made their decision. They were done talking. The human warships surged forward, and the first strike was swift. Traxa defense systems were overwhelmed by human ingenuity, not just technology. The humans adapted in ways the Traxa never anticipated. It wasn't just a battle, it was a statement. The Traxa's vast fleets, which had been invincible for centuries, were destroyed in a matter of hours. But the humans weren't done yet. They didn't just destroy the Traxa ships. They hunted down every last Traxa fleet hidden in the dark corners of the galaxy. They pursued them with a ferocity that no one could stop. And what made it worse for the rest of the galaxy was the fact that the humans never showed any signs of slowing down. It wasn't just revenge, it was something deeper. Humans fought not just for survival or power, but for pride. The galaxy had underestimated them for too long, and now the humans were proving that when they were angry, no one, not even the most powerful alien race, was safe. News spread quickly. The Coran, a race of reptilian warriors known for their strength and brutality, heard the stories of what had happened to the Traxa. At first, they laughed, but soon the laughter faded. Their own scouts started to report strange, inexplicable phenomena in their space. Humans everywhere. The Koran had a choice to retreat or face the wrath of humanity. In the end, it was not a choice at all. Their fleet, too, was shattered. The humans, unstoppable and furious, made it clear that no one would escape their judgment if they threatened humanity's future. The rest of the galaxy watched, helpless and terrified. The humans' anger was something no one understood, and that was exactly what made it so dangerous. They didn't fight for conquest or for wealth. They fought for the very principle of being human, for the right to live, to protect what was theirs. And in the end, that was what made all the difference. The galaxy learned to fear humanity, not for its technology, nor its armies, but for something far more terrifying, its anger. The next time someone even thought about crossing a human, they would remember what happened to the Traxa, to the Koran, and to anyone else who dared challenge them. Because when humans get angry, the entire galaxy cowers in fear.